And welcome back. I'm Mabel Jong. You're watching Day 2 coverage of the World Healthcare Congress in Washington, D.C. Thanks for joining us. I'm here now with Dr. Dirk Wales, who is CMO of Cigna-HealthSpring. Hi there, Dr. Wales. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, can you give me a brief description of Cigna-HealthSpring?
Sure. Cigna-HealthSpring is the division in Cigna that manages the Medicare and Medicaid services for the company.
Okay.
So it's been a great addition for us to be part of the Cigna team for the last 3.5 years.
Terrific, terrific. You just finished a panel. What were some of the key takeaways that you left with attendees?
I would say our panel was really about provider engagement and how to work with physicians to get that engagement, move them on a continuum to move to value-based type of outcomes. And the key takeaways out of this panel really was physician leadership, really understanding who the leaders are in the community and how to engage them, and how they can engage physicians in the community to move them to a value-based proposition. How the plans can provide information to the physicians in the community to really have actionable data, to be able to know what they need to do in order to move from that transition of fee-for-service to a value-based process. Those are probably the two key things that we probably walked away with.
Are there certain processes or strategies at Cigna that other organizations can learn from?
I think that, as I said in the panel, there's nothing new under the sun. I think we're all doing very similar types of things. I was partnered with another payer, and as you sort of heard both of us talk, many of our methodologies are similar in terms of creating tools and sharing those tools to be able to create information, be transparent with information, to be able to understand the physician community and understand that care is local and that you need to understand where they're coming from to be able to do that and be able to create that transformation associated with that. I think it's really as much about understanding the techniques and the methodology, but also in the execution, how you develop that relationship and build that trust.
What are your thoughts on the speed of reform right now? Are we moving as fast as we should be moving to hit certain targets, or do you think that there are some hurdles in the road that need to be overcome?
That's a really great question because it really depends on who's asking it and who wants the answer, right? Certainly the CMS, who we work with very closely, would love as quick a transformation related to a value-based proposition. And I would say that the pace of change, particularly from CMS, has been very aggressive and I think very appropriate. I think that there are obstacles in the way associated with it, but there are obstacles that the healthcare organization has as a whole. And this this Congress is actually addressing some of that. A lot of it's about information change, and the use of the word interoperability of how do you get the information exchanged so that everybody can share in the data and the information and have it readily available. Tom Daschle talked about, just the payment issues associated with long-term care and how that needs, and the barriers associated with that. So it's about information, it's about payment reform and management, all of which a lot of bright people are trying to figure out how to fix, and we at Cigna are doing our part to try to figure that out.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Wales, for your comments today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm Mabel Jong. Thanks for watching. More interviews to come.